Hello and welcome to Speaking as a Mother with me, Robin Morgan.
And me, Esyllt Sears.
We're back.
We are back.
We're better than ever. That's something that my daughter's been saying when she comes into a room recently.
Oh.
I'm back and I'm better than ever. It's great.
Really
It's
fun.
really cool.
Where did she get it from?
I think maybe.
I have a wife.
Yeah, I have a wife. She likes a catchphrase.
Yeah.
I saw this thing on TikTok probably of like the first daughter is just a like a spit of the dad as a personality thing. What's your opinion on that?
Well, I'm the eldest daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my dad and I, we did this thing on BBC Radio Cymru during lockdown.
Right.
They had this series where they talk to two members of a family and what they do and like their jobs and stuff like this and their relationship. And they asked me and my dad, so because my dad's an author,
Yeah.
and he used to be in a band and stuff. So like in Welsh circles, people sort of know who he is. So I think, and I'd been doing comedy for a couple of years. So they were like, oh, well, let's get them on.
Yeah.
That was quite revealing.
In what way?
Because it made me really think about how we were alike or not alike. And I realised that we are so similar. But then I mentioned a couple of things when we were being interviewed, and I was like, I think we're both really stubborn. And my dad was really put out by it. Because I don't think he'd ever considered that he was.
That's
but
funny.
we're so alike like that. We're so, when we get an idea in our heads, we just don't deviate from it, and it's like, no, and we'd rather do something else. I was like, oh, no, I'll do it.
Yeah.
That kind of attitude. But also, like, I think historically, he was always a bit of a dreamer, very artistic, hence the writing and the singing and stuff. And I think I'm like that. I always have these big ideas about stuff that I'd like to be doing or going to places, whereas my mum will be like, oh, I don't know where you came from, because she can't see that. So I think there's an element of truth to that. What about you? With your daughter?
Yeah, I can see she's like a bit more of a performer, I think, than my eldest, who's sort of like studious and a bit more, just sort of like quietly confident, I think. Whereas, my daughter is kind of like, I'm going to do a show.
No one's asked for this.
And I can, it's good, it's great.
Aww.
She's a legend.
That's really lovely.
Yeah.
Then I think my daughter's broken that cycle a bit because I think she's the spit of me.
Right. Yeah, no, we've talked about this before.
Yeah, because she's stubborn as well and
Sure.
opinionated and holds grudges.
Are you quite bad for grudges?
Yes. Yeah, if someone's wronged me, I don't forget it.
Yeah.
I'm like, there must be something, I think there's an animal that does that. Will they remember? Is it crows? Like if a crow, if you've done something to a crow, like they'll remember.
What kind of things do people do to crows? If you break a crow's heart, shame on you.
Yeah. If a crow bitched about me on stage, I'll remember.
Yeah, no, fair enough. If you cancel drinks on a crow within an hour for the third time after 3 schedules and got a babysitter, the crow will remember.
Yeah.
Interesting. So crows are very proud.
Because I think they even tell their offspring about the person they've got beef with. So then the offspring will attack them as well.
And you're sure it's crows?
It's either crows or whales.
How can one wrong a whale? Whales are too big to be
Harpoon?
wronged. Sure. But that's just like a little flick.
I guess for a whale. Yeah, just suck it up. Suck it up.
Yeah, so just get on with it. I'm gonna assume it's crows.
Okay, I think it's crows.
Wronging a crow.
I think it's crows.
How do you think crows feel about magpies? Because I think we salute magpies. We treat magpies with a lot more respect than we do crows.
Yeah, but I think crows are more intelligent.
Okay.
Because in the same breath, I think you can befriend a crow.
Right.
It
sounds like you're trying to befriend a crow. I think they're much more intelligent and they take things personally, and I've done things in the past and I'm trying to make up with that.
Yeah, do you think he's listening?
I think Mr. Crow
Listen to this.
Russell
Yeah.
is.
I think I'm in that. I think I'm in that period of my life where I think maybe having a crow as a pet would be quite a vibe.
Yeah, no, I think you'd suit that.
Yeah, I think so. Like, imagine if I just brought a crow in here every week.
So where can I put my crow? Can you? I said, do you want a cup of tea? No, but my crow would like a glass of water, please.
Yeah.
It's just perched.
The thing is, we're laughing, but I reckon I'm 2 days away from this happening.
Yeah, I think at any point you're one bad morning away from there being crows near me.
Yeah.
Where does one? Would it be a pet shop? Would you?
No, I think I'd have to solicit one from the outdoors.
You'd get a stray crow.
I think if one came to the garden, maybe if I started feeding it and then befriend it. So my weird story about birds. So my brother-in-law, who's from Tonga, he says that he can hypnotise owls.
Great.
So I think it was just before he met my sister.
Who is an owl? and he proved it.
That's really lovely.
Do you think he turned to a head? Because owls can turn heads.
Oh, that's
sweet.
Nice.
Victimless joke.
Did he to woo
Very
her?
good. This is all good stuff.
It is good.
This is all very wholesome stuff.
Isn't it? I'm not a very punny person usually, but I
enjoyed it. I enjoyed that a lot. Let's not lose track of what we're talking about, which is your brother-in-law being able to hypnotise owls.
So before he met my sister, he had an owl as a pet.
Yes.
Because he'd hypnotised one off the top of a lamppost.
So you can do it from distance then?
I think it's key that it is. So basically, if an owl is on a lamppost, he says he can hypnotise it down by dancing to it.
You didn't expect the dancing.
And he's demonstrated the dance. And apparently they just get so mesmerised.
Okay.
By the movement.
Yeah.
That then they just fall off. So then he caught one and had it as a pet.
Okay. So, your brother-in-law is walking down the street.
Yeah, in Tonga now, mind, because so don't imagine that it's in some urban Welsh area.
No, but I don't think the location matters to me. I think that's the least important part of the story.
Okay.
He's walking down the street, there's an owl on a lamppost. Mm-hmm. Owl's famously nocturnal. He's walking in the daytime.
No, I think this is nighttime.
It's nighttime, there's an owl perched up there looking for prey.
Yeah.
But what the owl doesn't know is that it is the prey. So your brother-in-law walks down, starts slut dropping, or doing whatever mesmerising dance this is.
There was a lot of gyrating.
From the hips?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, which I wasn't expecting, because when he stood up...
To show you the dance?
To show me and my kids the dance.
Yeah. We want kids there.
Oh, yeah. I was expecting it just to be... maybe this is me being a typical white girl. I was expecting some kind of tribal...
Right.
Like Maori-esque.
Okay.
Because they have, in Tonga, they have... So every Pacific island have their own haka type dance. So I was expecting something like that.
Sure, okay.
No. Very much modern day American eyes type wiggle of the...
Like you were watching an unlicensed Amdram version of Grease.
Yes.
That kind of thing.
Apparently that's what owls are into.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he does that. For how long? Do we know? Do we know how the gyrating needs
No, I don't know how long. No.
Okay, well let's assume like a minute.
Yeah, I can't imagine it's long.
Owl is obviously looking at what's happening from the perch above and going, fucking hell.
Yeah.
I'm getting sleepy. Conks out, falls in the arms, wakes up, chain around neck.
Yeah, I don't know how he kept it, because I think he did have like a lead for it and took it to work.
Lead around the owl. So the owl can only fly like a kid's balloon full of helium.
I don't know. I'm making stuff up now. Like I don't know. From beyond that point, I don't know.
What did he do for a job?
So he would take very rich Australians and New Zealanders out on boats.
Okay, so he would take the owl on these boats, tie it to the sail, and he would get very, very fast. Being dragged along to the drift.
Yeah, the owl's hat's gone.
Hat!
Oh, well, no, but I'm imagining if you're going on the boat, the owl has to have a little sailor hat, right?
That would be adorable.
It would be cute, wouldn't it? I don't think he kept it for long. I think it was like a day.
Because it sounds like he was going to die immediately. Get caught in the fucking engines.
But it's Pacific Island life. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
It's something we can't even
we're looking at it through a horrible Western lens. Let's not be bigots about it. I love it. I love everything about the story.
Yeah.
I think hypnotising an owl, I imagined it would be a sort of face-to-face thing, but you were like, no, it has to be from
Oh,
high.
yeah.
So, and then a dance, and it's like, let's go.
Yeah.
The lead I'm obsessed with, taking it to work I'm obsessed with. Great. And has he done it over here?
No. He's a policeman now. He can't be seen doing that.
No. He's is that how I thought this story would end? It's really not, but I've enjoyed every single moment of it. This is wonderful.
It's great.
Maybe at a future live show we could get him to try and hypnotise an owl live on stage.
Ooh, yeah,
that'd be fun.
Yeah. He won't do it.
No?
No. I feel with him sometimes, like, because I think my sister quite likes it when he tells these stories. But I think he's like, I live here now. I've got a responsible job.
Yeah, sure.
Stop wheeling me out for these anecdotes.
For this island nonsense. I've left the island now. Yeah. I've left those days behind. He walks past an hour now and a sort of knowing glance and go...
Yeah, maybe I wonder if he does get the urge though, if he ever does see an owl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Just one thrust to see if it like...
Yeah. If you have any questions, I'm seeing them tonight, so...
I mean, I have fucking loads of questions. I have so many questions. You thought I didn't have questions? Okay. I'm holding it in out of respect.
Oh, fine, okay.
No, just ask what the owl's called. I think I'd quite like that.
Oh, that's a good point. Maybe, yeah. If he named it, I'll ask him.
You know, actually would.
Yeah.
So you're going to do the similar thing for your crow.
My crow.
I think crows are quite gothic, aren't they?
Yes.
Did you ever go through like a gothic phase?
No, I used to wear a lot of velvet and Doc Martens.
That's quite gothic.
Yeah, I think it was just the limitations of the Aberystwyth fashion scene.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What were there types of, when you were a teenager, were there sort of like cliques and groups, like, you know, sort of in Mean Girls, it's like...
It was more, it was basically town or country.
Right, talk me through those two different groups.
So our school was in Aberystwyth. It wasn't a Welsh school, but it was the only one that provided Welsh medium education. So you could do some subjects with medium of English.
Okay.
There was an English school, and ours was seen as the Welsh school. And it was full of farmers.
Right.
But because it was a town school, there were townies there as well. So it's basically townies and ham-bombs.
Ham-bombs, great.
Which is the countryside people. But then I was in a really weird place because I wasn't like a farmer, but I didn't live in town. So ham-bombs would think I was a townie and townie would think I was ham-bombs. So I was like in this really weird middle place. It was fine. I've always thought of myself as more of a country person though than town. But yeah, it was a really weird dynamic. But then I think maybe both those elements kind of helped form the other, like, because I think maybe the town kids benefited from having country kids and vice versa. I don't know, I think...
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't have mixed otherwise.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
I mean, some of the boys in my class, all they would talk about was like the new ferret they bought that weekend and stuff. So, and they'd take time off school to do like the harvest and things. Like it was, you know, proper like, we follow like the farming calendar. And the school was very much like, well, you know, we can't really fight this.
Yeah, sure.
And then town was very much like, you know, girls dating men in their 20s and being picked up from school in their cars and smoking and stuff like that. And I was just in the middle, like,
yeah, sure.
What the heck is going on here?
Do I want to go to the discotheque or see this ferret? Which one do I want to do?
But looking back, that's great.
Yeah,
that was
sure.
great as a teenager.
Yeah, that's wild.
What a mad vibe.
That's great.
But who were the people coming to your school?
So it was a state school in Cardiff, like a decent school in quite a it's set in quite a rich area of Cardiff.
Yeah.
So we walked like 25 minutes to school, and there was a lot of money from like around the area that the school actually was. We had townies as well, but I think that was more kind of like I suppose the popular girls and boys. I think kind of like
the girls who would wear makeup and stuff.
Yeah, I think so, and listening to Sean Paul and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then there was moshers. I suppose within that there was emos and goths to a point. I think within that as well there would be stoners, but I think there was a lot of money around, so lots of kids were getting weed, and that would also go from the sort of the townies into the there was like if you were in like trying to smoke weed on the backfield, then it would sort of cross social groups. Yeah, I think sort of I think I was probably more on the mosher side, especially then when I sort of joined like bands and death metal bands and stuff. I was kind of more in that aspect. But yeah, I think I kind of sort of drifted between different groups, and then sixth form they sort of mixed the classes up, and you're like, oh right, okay, so you were in a different side of the year, and I didn't know, because we had eight classes. And it's split
in 1 year
into two.
I can't even fathom that.
Crazy. So like 8 lots of 30 kids basically across two, and it was either the forms were HJ, KL, and PRST, and you didn't really mix across those two sides of the year. So occasionally, like I was in form S, so occasionally we'd have like PE with T or something.
Right.
But it was quite isolated there, so almost quite like rivals. And then in sixth form, it was all just like, and they're like, oh, okay, so now I know you and you're one of my best friends. And we'll go to each other's weddings and all this kind of stuff.
That's nice.
My son today is having his year 5 initiation day, and they've mixed the classes this year. So they all found out on Monday, sort of across the 2-form entry, they've mixed all of it. So they found out who the teachers were, and also.
So hang on, but in his primary school, how many classes are there in a year?
2 forms.
Still can't even get my head around that.
Sure.
Because my kids go to a tiny school.
Yeah.
And I did as well.
Yeah.
So like.
Yeah, I mean, like I think it was 2. The primary schools I went to definitely were 2. But that's been quite a big thing for them. They said like the school sent this quite sweet email saying they're going to find out on Monday, and there'll be like a well-being lesson or well-being circle, and we'll bring in some like current year 5s to sort of speak to the year 4s and tell them that it's all good and it's all fine, and they all wrote down their top 3 people they wanted to be in the class with, and they were all guaranteed 1, I think.
Okay.
It must be a fucking like nightmare.
Oh, years ago, they wouldn't have cared, would they, like the teachers? They just
Alphabetical.
Yeah.
Deal with it. You got allergies, you're in that one. Go in the incubator.
Oh my god, yeah, because the stuff that they have to think about now, and a lot of it, like wellness-wise, I think is important.
Sure.
Because stuff, I can think back to a few instances when I was in primary school especially, I'm just like, yeah, maybe there should have been some, like a wellness circle in this scenario. But there were certain other things where I'm like, oh, just get on with it.
Woke.
Yeah.
Woke nonsense.
Yeah, but because you were talking about how there's 2 classes in a year. When I was in primary school, I think there was like 19 of us in a year. Same with my daughter in her primary school. My son has like 29 in his year, and that feels big.
Yeah, sure.
But my cousin was in a school in West Wales that only had 8 kids in it.
Wow.
And it was basically like her and her friend were in 1 year. Then there was 1 child in every other year.
8 in the whole school.
Whole school, yeah, not
hell.
a year. In the whole, so you had different ages. Yeah.
So were people being taught, like, was year 3 and 4 taught together?
Oh yeah, I mean, they had one teacher, and I think maybe they had someone else come in just to help out now and again. But imagine the curriculum of that poor teacher.
Yeah, that's mad, isn't it? We're gonna learn the alphabet and sex education in the same lesson.
Yeah.
There's a lot to unpack here.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I know, but it was just like one of those schools because it was so rural.
Yeah.
And they were all from farms and stuff.
This is like the genetic makeup of Wales is so fascinating, isn't it? Like we're sort of like we're sort of like deep dark Serbia at times, aren't we? Like it's like an incredible country.
Yeah, because you know when people talk on social sometimes they'll tell you mad facts about history that seem weird that happened at the same time.
Yeah.
The only one I can think of, the one that blows my mind every time is that The Wizard of Oz came out while World War II was happening.
Right, sure.
It's like, what?
Yeah, that's crazy.
But then...
Imagine being those actors dressing like a fucking lion as you faked to not get into the army. Yeah, no, I've got a pre-existing thing. Actually, I'm a bit of a coward in this and in real life, actually, so...
That's perfect. Yeah, but it's similarly with like that. So, you know, when she was in that school, there were kids in a city school doing mad stuff. Like, I get the fact that they were still going to a school that would have existed 100 years ago in that part of the world because of fans, you know?
Do you think that sort of changes how Wales and Welsh people are? The fact that, like, it's actually... You know, we talk about Wales being quite fractured politically at the moment, but it's almost mad that we're not more fractured, you know, because the makeup of the country and everyone's lived experiences is so wild from like sort of 20, 30, 40 miles away. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is mad, because I sometimes think that I've been quite lucky growing up like right slap bang in the middle of Wales.
Sure.
And then being like in the countryside but near a town, but then having, you know, a mum who came from the full-on valleys. But then I've dated people from North Wales. Like, I feel like I've collected a lot of different experiences. So I like to think that I've got a better idea than maybe a lot of people about the different nuances. But then I don't, because I haven't experienced what
lived
people...
experience.
Yeah, exactly. And there are, you know, even in Cardiff, you can go to different parts of Cardiff and it's vastly different in terms of economy and culture and like backgrounds and stuff, and you can't, unless you've lived it, you can't.
I know, I feel like I'm slowly collecting bits of Wales and slowly amassing, but I think similarly to you, I think gigging has been really useful and driving to places and gigging in those kind of places, spending, you know, days writing radio shows, and I'm glad we used to do the thing on the panel show where we used to go around and record things on site there, having like family from the valleys, family from mid Wales, knowing, you know, spending time with like farmers' daughters and like sorry Jenny. She also spends time with the same farmers all over. And yeah, like our first flat was like down the bay, and our doctor's was in Butte Town, and you know, like, so I think it was slow. I feel like I'm slowly collecting it.
Yeah, but I think that's important though, because I think how sad it is for people who just don't want to see the other bits of where they live and where they come from.
But I think Wales being a small enough country that you can do that, whereas like if you grew up in the southeast of England, why would you ever care about what Northumberland is like?
Oh my god, no, because you know the whole discourse at the moment with Andy Burnham?
And devolution and...
but wanting to move bits of Westminster up north. I was thinking last week, like, but Cornwall doesn't give a shit about this. This isn't going to change anything for them. Yeah. They're closer to us than them. Yeah. So actually, you're taking it further away from them.
It's a weird thing, isn't it? Yeah. Like, it's going to be fascinating. This kind of like, what, 2 days a week in Manchester? You're like, okay.
Yeah, but then you're thinking, I think living in a devolved country, I'm thinking, well, yeah, of course, because why does it have to be in London? Why can't he work from there? Because we've got technology now. He doesn't have to physically be there. But my God, the Today programme, the morning when he was about to do his speech about it.
Number 10 in the North.
They were losing their minds. Yeah. Like as if, well, we're going to do, you know,
they recorded half that show from fucking Salford. What are they on about? They have one person in London, one person in Manchester. What the fuck are they on about?
It was so funny, and it wasn't balanced in any way. There was a real indignation about it.
That's so funny.
This can't happen. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I enjoyed it so much though. Like, because when you're out of London and looking in at London, I love that so much, because they're the weird ones.
Yeah, that's funny, isn't it? I remember going, like, my first few News Quiz writers' rooms and, like, maybe 2 weeks on the trot, like, Southern Rail strikes were, like, the fourth biggest story, and I was like, no one cares about this outside of where we are. No one cares about the London to Brighton route. I know it's annoying for people who are commuting, but it's such a small proportion of the country.
Yes.
It's wild.
Yeah. I think I love London. If I had loads of money, I'd probably have a flat there.
Yeah.
But I prefer being this side and looking at London rather than the other way around.
You just get to see more ferrets, I think.
You do get to see more ferrets.
You know? Famously. This has been fun. I've enjoyed this.
Fun.
It's been
Great.
nice. We'll be back next week. I will have been on a boat for a week.
Oh, where are you
I'm
going?
going to Bilbao.
With work?
Cruise.
Yeah.
Yes. Someone there for 4 days.
Okay.
Bilbao, La Coruña, off of
Ooh.
Deportivo La Coruña.
I've never been to Bilbao. I've always wanted to go.
Bilbao's, I've been there once. My brother used to live there for 18 months.
Oh, really?
And my parents flew me and my now wife, she's very tall, and then girlfriend at the time, and we spent 2 nights there, and I got catastrophically drunk with my brother and one of his friends, and vomited so much in the evening and on the plane home and on the coach back from the airport. It was one of the worst days of my life.
No.
So I can't wait to recreate it.
What were you drinking?
Everything.
Oh, okay.
We just beers and wine with dinner, and then we went to a karaoke bar and I was having chocolate cocktails.
Oh,
like
my
just
God.
everything. I just got so excited, and then had seen the Guggenheim that day. It was great. So I'm gonna go to the Guggenheim again, and then not ruin the day. I think. That's the plan.
Brilliant.
We should be good fun.
What was he doing? Erasmus?
No, he was teaching like TEFL, like teaching English as a foreign language, I think.
Okay.
He was everywhere, Louis. Like he was in Hong Kong for a bit.
It's called Louis.
Louis.
Didn't know this.
Really?
Yeah.
Does that change your opinion?
A bit.
Louis.
Armstrong. Frederick Stevenson.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right? Are these all names that were prefixed with Louis?
Possibly.
Yeah, I don't know, Robin and Louis.
Yeah. Well, Louis and Robin, I suppose.
Yes. I'm gonna need some time to
No,
think about it.
It's okay. One of my parents' family friends, very, very Welsh, lovely Welsh speaking family. Whenever we went around the house, they were like, Robbie and Louis, which I still think is the correct way to do it.
Okay.
Maybe that's better for you.
Maybe.
Robbie Louis.
You know, you must have mentioned his name before.
I don't think I have.
Oh, it's really flummoxed me. Okay, yeah. I'll need to see a photo.
We've talked about hypnotising owls on this episode, and the name Louis was confused you. I was very respectful about your family. But you've thrown my older brother, my good brother. He's a good man.
Is he?
He's a good man. He's a
I'm
sweet
sorry, because there are so few of them. I'm sorry to have slighted him.
He's a good man.
This will be his origin story now.
Yeah,
when he
no.
turns.
Hypnotise and kill owls. It's going to maim every owl. Right, see you next week?
Yeah.
See you next week. What a horrible action. Yes, I'm ready to go. Thanks for listening / subscribing. Goodbye.
Bye.